So the next one, integral minus 1 to 1 e raised to x dx. So we will write the function f of x. What is f of x? F of x is equal to e raised to x. What is a? A is the lower limit, which is minus 1. B is the upper limit, 1. And we have to calculate nh. nh is equal to b minus a. That is 1 minus minus 1. That is 1 plus 1, 2. Okay. Again, what we have to do? We have to find f of a. F of a is equal to f of minus 1, which gives you f of x is e raised to x. So f of minus 1 will be e raised to minus 1. Again, we have to find f of a plus h. F of a plus h will be f of minus 1 plus h, which gives you the value e raised to minus 1 plus h, because f of x is e raised to x. So f of minus 1 plus h will be e raised to minus 1 plus h. This can be rewritten as e raised to minus 1 into e raised to h. Okay. Again, we will be calculating f of a plus 2h. F of a plus 2h is equal to f of minus 1 plus 2h. By applying the function value, we are getting e raised to minus 1 plus 2h. Again, if we can split as e raised to minus 1 into e raised to 2h, etc. The last term, f of a plus n minus 1 into h, the nth term. That is equal to f of a is minus 1 plus n minus 1 into h, which gives you the value e raised to minus 1 plus n minus 1 into h. Here also we can split and write e raised to minus 1 into e raised to n minus 1 into h. Again, what we will do? We will write the formula. Integral minus 1 to 1 e raised to x dx is equal to limit h tends to 0 h into f of a plus f of a plus h plus f of a plus 2h plus etc. plus f of a plus n minus 1 into h. Substitute all the values. Limit h tends to 0. H into, what is f of a? F of a is e raised to minus 1. Plus the next value is e raised to minus 1 into e raised to h. The next value is e raised to minus 1 into e raised to 2h, etc. E raised to minus 1 into e raised to n minus 1 into h. So there are n terms, and of all the terms, what is common? E raised to minus 1 is common. So limit h tends to 0, h into e raised to minus 1 into, what is the balance? Here it is 1 plus e raised to h plus e raised to 2h plus etc. plus e raised to n minus 1 into h. Okay, if I am taking the term 1 e raised to h, e raised to 2h, etc. 1 into e raised to h gives you e raised to h. E raised to h into e raised to h gives you e raised to 2h. That means these terms are in GP. Okay, and here the question is to find sum of n terms. Here there are n terms, so the question is to find a Sn. The question means the bracketed term is to find the sum of n terms of the GP with the first term 1 and common ratio e raised to h. What's the formula? Sn is equal to a into r raised to n minus 1 by r minus 1. What is a here? A is the first term, which is 1. R is e raised to h. The whole raised to n minus 1 by r is e raised to h minus 1. So this will be equal to 1 into this term will be that term itself. E raised to h, the whole raised to n will be e raised to nh minus 1 by e raised to h minus 1. So we will substitute back the formula. That is equal to limit h tends to 0, h into, instead of this bracket, e raised to minus 1 is there. Instead of this bracket, we can write the value e raised to nh minus 1 by e raised to h minus 1. E raised to nh minus 1 by e raised to h minus 1. Okay, so e raised to minus 1, no need to apply the value, because no need to apply the limiting value. And the balance is limit h tends to 0, h into nh. Instead of nh, we can give the value nh is 2. So h into e square minus 1 by e raised to h minus 1. That is equal to, here again if I apply the limit, the limiting value is only there for h and e raised to h minus 1. E square minus 1 contains no h. So that also is a constant when comparing with the limit. So we can take it outside, e square minus 1. And the balance, the term which we have to apply the limit is h divided by e raised to h minus 1. Okay, and we have studied in the first year limit h tends to 0, e raised to h minus 1 by h is equal to 1. e raised to x minus 1 by x is equal to 1 when limit is x tends to 0. So same is the case when we take the reciprocal limit h tends to 0. H by e raised to h minus 1 also gives you the value 1. That means this value becomes 1 and the answer will be e raised to minus 1 into e square minus 1. E raised to minus 1 is actually 1 by e. So we can write the answer as e square minus 1 by e. Again, if you want, you can split the term. That is e square by e minus 1 by e, which gives you e minus e raised to minus 1. Okay, so we are applying the limit. Limit h tends to 0. E raised to h minus 1 by h is equal to 1. Same is the case. Limit h tends to 0. H divided by e raised to h minus 1 also gives you the value 1.